Good evening, everyone. My name is Kimberly Jetang, and I am affirmative side or the agree side of this statement. And imagine being the president of Johnson & Johnson in 1982, facing the triennial crisis where lives were lost due to cyanide-laced capsules. At this pivotal moment, the decision to recall the product is not just about financial losses. It's about prioritizing what truly matters is consumer safety, trust, and the company's integrity. By recalling Tainyo, we would demonstrate unwavering commitment to the public safety. It sends a clear message. Our consumers' lives are more valuable than any other financial gain. This bold action build trust for everybody, not just in the short term, but for years to come. So therefore, people want to support brands that prioritize them over profit, and this crisis presents an opportunity to prove our values. Moreover, the long-term benefits outweigh the immediate financial hit. The recall shows accountability, restoring faith in the brand. In fact, Johnson & Johnson's decision to recall Tylenol in 1982 is now regarded as a case study in effectiveness of the crisis management, one that eventually regained market share and strengthened in its reputation. And lastly, failing to recall their product risk losing consumer confidence permanently. If consumers feel their safety isn't a priority, they will never trust the brand again. Financial losses can be recovered, but a tarnished reputation can take decades, if not longer, to rebuild. Therefore, as a president, my choice is clear. I would recall Tylenol no matter what the cost is, because protecting lives and upholding our integrity is the foundation of long-term success. Thank you.
According to the Journal of Consumer Research 1984, studies show that premature recalls can lead to widespread skepticism and make it harder to regain consumer confidence. Imagine being the president of Johnson & Johnson in 1982 during the Tylenol crisis. While recalling Tylenol seems like the obvious choice, it is important to consider the potential long-term consequences. An immediate recall could create unnecessary panic and confusion, damaging consumer trust in all over-the-counter medications. Furthermore, the cost of recalling 31 million bottles of Tylenol, around $100 million, could have severely impacted the company's financial stability. Research suggests that more measured responses, like enhanced security and targeted recalls, can address the issue without causing severe financial damage. According to the Crisis Management, a casebook Fink in 1986. Lastly, the crisis caused by external tampering, not a flaw in the product itself. A hasty recall might place undue blame on the company, distorting the true nature of the crisis. In conclusion, while safety is crucial, a balanced response may have been more effective for both consumer trust and the company's future.
Good day, everyone. I am Ayan from the affirmative team. The opposition argues that the targeted recalls are enough, but this approach is fundamentally flawed. The public needs assurance that Tylenol is 100% safe, and partial measures cannot provide that. Imagine, if even one contaminated bottle remains, how can we justify the loss of another life? A full recall may seem drastic, but it is the only way to regain consumer trust and demonstrate accountability. Johnson & Johnson must show that we are willing to take every possible step to ensure safety. Anything less would be perceived as negligence, leading to greater financial and reputational damage in the long run. In conclusion, decisive action during the Tylenol crisis wasn't just ethical, it was essential for long-term consumer trust and market recovery. Johnson & Johnson's recall remains a gold standard in crisis management because it prioritizes what matters the most, which is the people. Thank you.